Hello, my name is Christopher, and I'm going to show you today how to install Code Server on CasaOS using BigBearCasaOS, which is a third-party app store. So, a little bit about this series, I'm going over home labs, or installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So, if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. I wanted to let y'all know about the Big Bear community. We just launched a community on community.bigbeartechworld.com. It's based on discourse, so go on there, join it, and say hi. So let's get back to your registered programming. So this is what we'll be installing today. VS Code in your browser. Here's what it looks like. And then you can edit your files in this, because it's VS Code. Encode on any device with consistent development environment. Use cloud servers to speed up tests, compilations, downloads, and more. Preserve battery life when you're on the go. All intensive tasks run on your server. So it requires 1 GB of RAM and 2 CPUs with Linux machine with WebSockets enabled. So it's got pretty good specs on what it needs. So we'll get to installing it. So about BigBearCasaOS, it's a third-party app store. It's maintained by Big Bear Tech World and the Big Bear community. It has quite a bit of apps now, so I'm always looking at adding more, and the community is too. So it does need CasaOS version 0.4.4 or newer. So I'm going to start on BigBearCasaOS. There will be a link down in the YouTube description to get to this. I'm going to go to Apps, then Code Server, Docker Compose. So the CasaOS app ID is Big Bear Code Server. Set some services, and then the service underneath the service is called App. I'm going to set an image. It's coming from Docker Hub, and you know that because there's no URL before this. It's using the latest tag. I'm going to set a container name of Code Server. Set some environment variables. So the password is my password, but I would recommend changing that. And then the user ID under the code server will run on 1000 and 1000 for the group. The volumes are data, app data, dynamic variable, which is coming from the name up here. And then project, this is on the host, and this is on the container. Home, coder, project. So these two sync back and forth. The ports are 8080 on the host, and this can be changed if there is a port conflict. You can change it to 8081, and then 8080 on the container, and then restart always. So if it fails or any other reason, then it will always restart. And then I'm going to set some CasaOS specific configuration down here to explain the environment variables and the volumes and the ports. And then I'm going to set some Casa configuration down here for the actual store. The architecture of the image up here can support AMD 64 and ARM 64. The main is coming from app, so it aligns with this service up here. And then a description of it, tagline, the developer, and then the author of the Docker Compose, the icon, thumbnail, the title that will be used, the category, so you can easily find the apps from BigBearCasaOS, and then port map, so 8080. So this aligns with the 8080 host port right here. So that's a little bit about the Docker Compose. So now we're going to start on BigBearCasaOS. There will be a link down in the YouTube description to get to this. And I'm going to go down here to App Store URL. And then I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to go to my CasaOS and get this set up. So now I'm going to start on my CasaOS. I'm going to go to App Store. And then add source over here. And then text input pops out. You're going to paste in the App Store URL, the .zip, and then you're going to press add. And then you can see it over here when you refresh the page. You go back in the App Store. Then you go over to category and see BigBearCasaOS right here. So now you can see all the apps that are in the App Store. So now we're going to install Code Server. So I'm going to go in the App Store and then I'm going to go to search right here. I'm going to type in code. And then you'll see it down here. And you know it's coming from BigBearCasaOS because of the category right here. It says BigBearCasaOS. So I'm going to go into it. I'm going to press install. Now what this is doing is it's downloading the Docker container off of the registry, getting it extracted, and getting it set up with Docker Compose. So now it's up and running, so we got it installed. So I wanted to let you know about the Big Bear Club. You can join it, and it greatly supports this channel, and I very much appreciate it. So if you'd like to join the Big Bear Club, you can go down the YouTube description and go to my Ko-Fi link and join it from there. So let's get back to registered programming. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the container options. So you go up these vertical dots right here, and then you can open into the web UI here. You can set some tips, so you can click on it. You can go down this edit button right here. Then you'll have it to where this text area pops up. You can put something in here, then you can press save. You can press exit, and then now you can see code server is okay. Now it reload the Docker container. So you can go into tips again. You can see it did save. You can go back into the vertical dots. You can go to settings. And then you can change some things in here. Then press the save button. You can also go up here to terminal logs. Great for debugging. You can have terminal access into the Docker container. And then you can go to the logs right here. You can also export the Docker Compose and then change things and re-import it. You can exit out of that. So now you can go to the vertical dots again. You can check for updates for the current tag it's on. This won't change the tag. You can uninstall, restart, and power off and on. So now I'm going to show you the files. So you can go in the Files app right here. CasaOS makes it extremely easy to get to your files. So you can go to App Data, and then Big Bear Code Server right here. You can see Project. So you can add files to here, but you can go out of here. You can check mark this. You can download, copy, cut, delete, cancel. You can also go over here to download, copy path, rename, cut, copy, share, and then delete. You can also go in here and you can create a new file. So you can just create a readme.md and then go in here and then just do testing and then save. Okay, so now you've saved a file in here. So that's how to see your files in CasaOS. So now I'm going to go into the UI now. Before we do that, I'm going to get the password to sign in. So I'm going to go with these vertical dots, then settings, and then you'll scroll down to password right here. This is the password, so I'm going to copy it. I would recommend changing this and press the save button. I'm going to go exit out of it. Now I'm going to go in the UI, so you can go from here or here. Okay, now it's going to say please log in below. Password was set with the environment variable. So I've already copied it. So I'm going to paste it in. Now you can press submit. Now you have a full VS Code environment. You can go into here in project and you can just say testing.md. Okay, now you can say header. And now you can edit just like you do on your desktop or your Mac. And then you can have options right here, just like a regular VS Code. You can go into extensions and you can debug, create a .git file, folder, and then you can search. You can go back to your Explorer. You can have more options right here. So that's a little bit about Code Server. So I just walked you through step by step on getting Code Server running on CasaOS using BigBearCasaOS. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or you need community support, you can go down to the Big Bear community and join it. There's a link in the YouTube description, so stay tuned for more.